2 days of tense U.S.-China talks in Alaska wrapped up Friday, with the Chinese delegation leaving without comment. The main areas of disagreement continue to be China's treatment of the Muslim Uyghur minority group and aggressive actions in Hong Kong, Tibet, and Taiwan.
It's no surprise that when we raised those issues, clearly and directly, we got a defensive response.
China has no room for compromise on issues concerning its sovereignty, security, and core interests. Our determination and will to safeguard our own core interests are unswerving.
The issues of economics, trade, technology, and cyber attacks, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken says, will be reviewed with Congress and U.S. allies to advance the interests of businesses and workers. The first Biden administration meeting of the two superpowers comes on the heels of Blinken's trip to meet with U.S. allies South Korea and Japan amid China's growing assertiveness in Asia. Blinken says the goal of the meeting was to lay out the priorities of the Biden administration. While there are many issues on which the two countries don't see eye to eye,
On Iran, on North Korea, on Afghanistan, on climate, our interests intersect.
analysts say while it is too soon to tell what Biden's China policy is, they don't expect too much of a difference from the last administration's approach.
So far, I would say I see more continuity than change in U.S. policy from the Trump administration to the Biden administration. Let's identify areas where we and the Chinese disagree and push them and demonstrate our willingness to protect our interests. That's much more likely to get us to a stable relationship faster.
Analysts say even with the tough Chinese rhetoric, much of it aimed at its domestic audience, China would like to decrease tensions with the U.S.
In their dream world, the United States would back down on wanting to be a major power in the Indo-Pacific. I do not think that will happen.
Especially after what some analysts describe as a toxic relationship between China and the U.S. during the Trump administration.
There was an expectation that the Biden administration would be able to encourage a detoxification of sorts of the relationship. But we've seen that the relationship has only been further poisoned at this point.
This meeting is just the first step, and analysts say the U.S. and China will move forward, but it will take time for the leadership of both countries to determine what a sustainable relationship would look like. Elizabeth Lee, VOA News.